Since we recorded Tuna in the Brine, I think we're pretty much allowed to do whatever we want for the rest of our career because we've achieved complete and utter strangeness. So yeah, I recorded this one at home by myself, just with drum machine, bass guitar, and acoustic guitar, and just laid up some vocals. And I called Paul and said, "Look, I've got this track. I'd really love you to play some piano on it."
He sort of had the chords and sort of would sing, but I want a kind of Russian choir sort of vibe up the top and be sort of like, you know, that sort of thing. So I'd sort of try and make up a part that, you know, described what he was trying to get out of his head.
Even Van Dyke took the dun, da, 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 the real thematic middle eight section, and Van Dyke was like, well, we're not going to top that line, we'll just make the stringers do that as well, and everything just branched off from there. And the piano line's just rushing out. Go, Paul Mac. I always thought that was crazy when Paul decided to go 4/4. Like, why? Making it even weirder, he was telling me I was weird. It's like Return of the Jedi inspired big horn.
It's the peak of the experimentation on that album. I remember when he was showing me the song, it's like, fuck, how many sections are there? Like 7, 8, I don't know, and variations within those sections. Daniel was just pushing it to the absolute limit of, there is going to be no chorus, people. You know, bear with me. We're going to just follow me. We're going somewhere. And each section just sort of like, it could be a chorus, but it doesn't. And it loops itself out and you arrive on this other chord, which allows Van Dyke to go off somewhere else. And then that can start a whole new lyrical thread, you know? And then that section does its thing and varies around. And then that spews you out the other side onto this other chord. And then we stop time for a sec. And then, you know, it picks up again in a different way with a different, you know, guitar figure or whatever.
We had these vocal things here. We tried to sound like bees. Just a swarm of bees. I think it was about 12 tracks of the same note, just going, ah, and then you get 1 or 2 which waver off the note, so you go, ah, and you get this strange discordant thing that happens, which is actually a trick that ever since here I've used on about 6 new tracks.
You know, then we go to the final big bit, and you've got this chord, like, which is, you know, like, fucking who knows what, which brings you out to the end, you know, and then the big triumphant outro, and it's like, so you're just doing this on a guitar and a piano. And it's like, yeah, keep going. I'm almost with you. I almost get it.
Lyrics were inspired by not taking antidepressants and all that stuff anymore, and that's where It's My Time to Shine Like a Tuna in the Brine came from. Because I remember someone opening, I think it was Paul, when he opened up a can of tuna, or someone opened up a can of tuna. I was like, man, it's the shiniest thing I've ever seen. And I thought it'd be a great metaphor for coming out of your shell. Turns out not many people related to that one, but I still stand by it. I like it. Yeah, bloody hell, that's a bit hard to keep track of where everything is. Oh, yeah. We didn't keep that end, but in hindsight we should have. Oh, it's fucked.
You salute.
Oh. You were kidding me. That's so big, man.
The record was made over the course of 2001, right at the end of that year. You know, a moment right at the very end of the mixing of the record where all of a sudden Daniel's got a swollen joint and everybody's sort of laughing about it, thinking it's very funny, and it's this really eerie kind of precursor to what's about to happen.
When we were mixing was when I started to get arthritis and was just literally eating myself up inside because I didn't know how to deal with it. So, yeah, it was depressing, but...
It set into all his joints, and he found his movements steadily restricted to the point where he actually couldn't get out of a chair.
If he was sitting on a couch and somebody sat down the other end of the couch, it would make him scream with pain.
The overseas, plans for the record were all in disarray. They hadn't been able to do any promotion for it. They certainly weren't going to be able to do any touring for it. We felt we were going to lose it overseas. Without any touring, without being able to have, the artist promoting the record, it's almost impossible to, keep something alive.
The tour for the States was all set in stone, and the calls started to come. We're going to wait a week. We're going to wait some time. We're going to wait a week. And eventually Ben said there was one day when he was sitting downstairs, his bags were packed, he was ready to go, he was waiting for the beep of the taxi horn, and the call came, and he said he sat there and went, "What the fuck do I do now?"
You don't know the truth, and I love your life. You don't know the truth, and I love your life. Thrust the candle to the dark of your disease. Burn the fish plate, execute ill memories. Labyrinth of sympathy in which I'm lost and can't leave.
We tried to capitalise on the great reviews by using a lot of those in retail programs and everything else. But really, people needed to see this band to get them. They still hadn't in America really seen the band.
So we need to make a video for Love Your Life, and how do you make a video when the lead singer can't be part of that video?